Welcome to the Zone Weekly. This is the week of March 24th, 2023. We have some exciting stats to get into, but first I'll touch really briefly on a couple of announcements that were made this morning inside of our Discord. If you're not a member of our Discord, consider hopping in there. It's a different sort of software. It's a little bit unusual unless you're in gaming or in crypto, but you will find information the soonest in our Discord. Head over to xetacapital.com, scroll to the bottom, and you will see the Discord logo, and it's also posted on our Twitter account as well. That announcement dealt with two different improvements that are being made to the pools and the scheduling of updates and withdrawals. So up to this point, pools have updated on a daily basis. Every time you see an update inside of the pools, what you are seeing is realized profit. Unrealized profit will never be shown, obviously, because it's not realized yet and you can't actually withdraw it. What has to happen for this to take place is positions have to be closed inside of the fund. That means that every time an update is to occur, positions have to be closed, you have to hedge out, and so on. And what that means is that you are not taking advantage of potential market opportunities if you do that. And you're doing that for the sake of having daily updates. So there's a give and take of user experience coupled and balanced with profitability and taking advantage of the Forex markets and the opportunities that exist. So what we've decided to do is, instead of giving daily updates, we're going to be doing weekly updates. End of day Friday, starting today, March 24th, you will see pools update Friday after the close of the markets. Now, this will allow a couple of things. One, it will allow a regular update schedule, which will be weekly instead of daily. And two, it'll allow us to, or allow the fund managers, I should say, who are doing the trading, to have positions open for days, at least a week, and be able to take advantage of the markets in addition to giving updates, which is weekly. So it allows a perfect balance of both. The second update is you will be able to withdraw from the pools only on weekends moving forward. It will be enabled after those Friday updates occur that I just mentioned. The reason for this is so that when the markets open Monday, the account is up to date on its balance and there's no manual work that has to be done of going and backtracking when someone withdrew, say on a Wednesday, include Monday and Tuesday, but remove Thursday and Friday. That can require a lot of manual work. And as the fund grows and continues to grow, and I fully expect it to be a 9-digit and larger fund, we want to have a lot of systematizing and automation and mechanisms in place to allow that growth to be seamless. That's what this provides. So just a brief touch and update on that. Let's go over our stats for this week. So we have a weekly zone growth of just under 4%, 777. It's a great number, 3 sevens. That is perfection times 3. 777 new zones for this week. The HFT payouts is just under $322,000 so far. $321,943 to be exact. So $322,000. And those are payouts with more coming, by the way. That's a 37% increase since previously highlighting this figure on March the 10th of 2023. The weekly TVL, total value locked, this is the value locked in zone count, is up 6.84%, just under 956,000 in weekly growth. It's about to surpass $15 million total. That is a lot of zones. Even though the number is a little over 22,000, the value is significantly higher than that. The total HFT token deposits, so these are Zeta tokens deposited into the pools, as well as lakes. So 78,000 tokens, which is a lot of tokens. The little over 5.25% weekly growth. And in addition to that, that is 3,953 Zeta deposited just over the past week. That's roughly about $245,000. And that, by the way, is with us not having a lake in March so far due to the USD coin fiasco that took place and the brokerages and liquidity providers still monitoring the stablecoin situation. And we will have that resolved. So that growth and that token usage inside of the utility is without a lake. Keep that in mind. The OTC volume is growing significantly. The daily average is now just under $42,000 per day. As you know, we went OTC only about 2 weeks ago, exactly 2 weeks ago to the day. As a matter of fact, it has been a smashing success. I know we had our largest day since my previous update, which was a little over $220,000 on a single day. And the total OTC volume is 3.2 million at the moment. That's roughly 52,000, almost 53,000 tokens in total, XETA that is. It's a 8.8% weekly growth in the OTC volume, just over $260,000. And the OTC is, it's an efficient queue system, as you know. It matches buyers and sellers as opposed to a decentralized exchange. This is a decentralized peer-to-peer OTC bypassing exchanges and allowing users, to exchange tokens between each other in a decentralized fashion with smart contracts. And it allows users to take advantage of the value that is increasing in XETA token. As you know, 2 weeks ago, we started off at $60 for the value of the XETA token. It is rising by 14 cents per day until stated otherwise. And so there's a little bit of a backlog on the OTC. The team has already performed some buybacks, as we have been doing since inception of the project. And that will be an ever-growing number, along with team listings, will be recalculated and formulated as time goes on to determine what does a full 10-day, 30-day, 40-day, 60-day, 90-day, and so on look like in OTC only. Because when you have OTC plus a DEX, going on previous numbers is not going to be as accurate as when you're OTC only. So it's a moving target, and will be a moving target to adjust for growth. The beauty is the liquidity is now working for us. And last I spoke to the fund manager, which was yesterday, the liquidity is already up 28% in the HFT. We pulled it at actually just the right time because gold went on, I don't want to say a parabolic run, but went on a little mini bull run since then, with a likely drop about to happen soon, which will make even more on the drop. So as that volatility continues to occur in the Forex markets, continue to have amazing returns inside of the fund. And of course, now that allows the liquidity to grow so that it outpaces zone growth and emission growth. When you have zones that emit a token, you can use that token in a number of ways. You can obviously list it on OTC. You can deposit it into the lake, which we should have very soon, actually. And you can also deposit it into the pools. And that gives you 3 touch points. Now, when you go and list them on OTC, when you have that being a third of the touch points, actually I should even say a quarter, because you could compound, so it's technically a quarter of the touch points. That means that liquidity, as it grows inside of the trading fund, allows us to outpace emissions, outpace growth, and with our very steady growth rate, it can be easily done. So it allows immediate liquidity for buybacks in the buyback wallet, as we have, which is part of OTC, part of the fee structure. But then we also have the liquidity growing at a exponential rate, outpacing zone growth, which allows future buybacks to occur at a rate that surpasses what the emissions would be. And as we continue launching more utility, that will just outpace it even further. So again, let's summarize. We have, just looking at the stats that you're able to see on your screen right now, if you're watching us on YouTube, is weekly TVL growth, 6.8%. Total HFT token deposits, 78,000 tokens. Average daily OTC volume, just over 41,000. Weekly zone growth, just under 3.7%. HFT payouts to date, 322,000 in total OTC volume at 3.2 million USD in value. I am Showtime. This is March 24th, the week of March 24th, 2023, and this is the Zone Weekly. Thank you for tuning in, and we will speak to you next time. Take care.